It's time to tokenize the user input so that we can get each command and give it to the ALX to execute. So the way I did my tokenization here, it's quite different from what you may see out there. So I created a two-dimensional array, which is going to be the storage for all the commands, and it's the array I'm going to pass to the XAV function. So right now I've not written the tokenization function, and I'm just going to do a demo on how it's going to work. So I'm going to write the tokenization function, how I want it to look like, and I want it to function. So it's going to take two parameters. It's going to take the user input, and it's going to take the two-dimensional array that I created inside this file. With the way I'm using the tokenization function here, I'll have to create a two-dimensional array which is going to act as the array of commands. So each command is going to stay on a different, you understand what a two-dimensional array is, so I shouldn't stress explaining that. So once I pass the array, then I'm going to allocate a memory to it, which is a macro. I'm going to define the macro. You can assign whatever size you want to. In this case, I'll be assigning over an Android. Though this is not necessary, I can assign 10, I can assign 12, I can assign 15. It depends on the numbers of commands you think your user will input. So it depends. When you're typing ls, do you do ls-l? That's 2. So the length, that's up to you. You can do that on your own. In the long run, I can decide to reduce it up to 15 or 20. So now I'm going to write the tokenization function, and I want you to look at this carefully and see how I did it so that you can understand how the tokenization is done. So the core of this tokenization is the str_token function, and it takes a constant character which is a pointer to a string that's const the delimiter. So the delimiter we're going to use here is going to be a space. This delimiter is going to be anything. So if you have a very long string and you have something that separates them, let's say for example you have a comma, you can check more videos on str_token, which is for tokenization, to understand this better. But in our case, we're going to use the space as the delimiter, and we're going to pass the command from the user, which is the user input, as a first parameter. So with this, it's going to tokenize, and we're going to get the first token, and we're going to use a while loop to store it inside the two-dimensional array that we created earlier in the other file. Once I'm done with the function, once I'm done writing the function, I'm going to show you the man page for the SCR talk for you to have a better understanding of what it does and how you can use it. So now that I compiled and I didn't get any error, so I'm going to go ahead and test for the tokenization and see if it's working according to the way I want it to work. So you can perform this testing on your end. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Once you are able to confirm that it's functional well, and you're good to go. You'd see me using the printf function here. The main aim is to test for the tokenization and see if it's working properly and I'm not getting some errors or whatever. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the right two-dimensional array of commands. Just like I said, the testing is up to you. You can do it for as long as you want. You can do different test cases for it just to confirm what you're doing. Alright, that'll be all for this video. See you in the next one. Also, don't forget, do not copy the codes you're seeing here. You won't be the only one watching this video, and Kimba is going to flag you for doing that. So try to be creative in your variables and in your logics.